Oh, we need this critical blow. We need this. Fuck! We can't lose 2 life. This is crazy. We're both on 2 health, right? Like, what happens here? Dude, going on Twitch, YouTube. Welcome to the stream. Today we got some more Final Girl. Big Bad Wolf at Buddyland. Big Bad Wolf, Buddyland. Birthday Bash setup card. We're gonna flip a starting event right now. Hidden prizes. Discard all face-up item cards from the item deck. Well, not the best starting event. These 3 items are gone. What a shame, dude. We have Adelaide today. She's got 6 health. Let's take a look at her ultimate real quick. Choose one of the following immediate effects. Decrease 1 type of wrath to 1. So killer wrath or divine wrath. And we don't have that in this scenario. So it's going to be recover all health or take up to 6 costs worth of action cards into your hand. That is most likely going to be our choice if we end up getting Adelaide's ultimate ability. For each additional victim save, she reduces the horror. This is sort of the setup. So we have the killer here. And these purple spaces are arcade spaces. These are exit spaces. These are searchable spaces. There's a birthday bash going on, so that's why there's a bunch of people down here. And we're starting here in the party room. Let's do a focus. Okay, I'll take a single success. I mean, spend a time and decrease the horror by 1. Let's do a walk. Like, we didn't even get a success or a tier there, so we're gonna convert this. We're gonna pitch weak attack and short rest to move 1 space. We spend a time, you're down to 4 time, we can move 1 space. Let's move into this space. We're gonna end the action phase there, so we have 4 time to spend on cards. I think we need to start moving. I wanna get a sprint and a search. So we took sprint and search. So that was planning. We're gonna do the first killer phase. Big Bad Wolf has a track mode, and it says the killer is if he's in track mode, which I'm assuming that's what this means. He starts in track mode, target the final girl and move, and if he's in slay mode, target the final girl and attack. It's gonna go this way. No kill there. Let's flip a terror card. The claws that scratch. Target the final girl closest victim and move. For you and every victim in the Big Bad Wolf's space. Increase of bloodlust. Max increase of 3. So bloodlust is going up here. That's unfortunate since there's a victim in that space. Bloodlust will go up by 1 and horror will go up by 1. We only panic if someone dies, yeah? So then nobody died, so no panic. And during upkeep, we don't do shit. So we're just going right back to the action phase. I'm ready to go. So let's do a walk. All right, we have a single success and a convert. We're gonna keep the single success because we only need to move 1 space. Now we're probably gonna leave this victim here. We can leave this victim here. Let's move into this space. And what we wanna do now is do a search, and then we can sprint out of that location after we pick up our item. So oh my god, double success on the search. You'll love to see it. Top 2 item cards at our space. That's big. Okay, we're in the dining area, so we get these top 2 item cards, and we already kicked an item off the top. So we have, for our 2 items, we've got a security badge. All right, that could be good. It says take the planning action card when you take this item. Victims in your space, never panic. We also have a flash camera, so use when an enemy would move into your space to instead make it stop in an adjacent space. So we take a picture of the guy and we scare him. Let's take the flash camera. I know it takes up a hand slot, but I don't think victims in our space are gonna panic. We'll put this back on the bottom of the deck in the dining area. This is like your standard English dartboard, but this is your standard English board. And then this is something I could talk all day about because I feel like this is a really rare find. It's heavy as fuck, by the way. This is a golf dartboard. If anyone's ever played golf, they know the 18 holes. This first hole this is a par 5. Your first dart, you want to hit this fairway, and then your second dart, you want to hit this fairway in between these 2 black lines, and then your third dart needs to land on the green, which is like a dark green. And if you get this red hole, then you landed it in the hole and you don't need to putt. So let's say I throw my first dart, I hit here. I throw my second dart, I hit here. My third dart hits in the green. I need to throw, next time I throw, at the putt, and if I land in here, then I would get a 4 on a par 5, which is a birdie. This is a par 4. Par 4, par 4, par 5 again. And then hole number 5 is a par 3. So you can throw it directly in the hole in 1. Check this out. So this is snooker darts. This one's based on pool. So you're actually playing pool here. So you'll throw, now in this one, you can do teams or you can, well, I think it's mostly just one-on-one, but you want to throw at a red ball first. And if you hit a red ball, then that ball comes off the board. You put a green little peg in it. I have the pegs. And then after you hit a red ball, you need to hit a colored ball. So it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 points, right? Yeah, the 7 is up here now. If you're throwing for the 7 and you hit another red, you foul and you give the other person 4 points. It's pretty cool. So the killer has actually moved out of the space. So a double success would actually be huge here if we could sprint. 3 spaces gets us to either exit. Let's try it. We get a single success. We can move 2 spaces here for a time. So the question is, are we gonna go towards the killer? Now that we have the flash camera, we could actually stop him from coming into our space. And the flash camera actually has 2 uses. There's a good chance we could stop him from coming into our space. We can bring 2 victims with us. 1, 2 space into there. The last card in our hand is a focus. We are gonna drop that focus and we get 2 tiers and we lose 2 time. So I think we need to just pick up a sprint here with our 2 time. We lost 2 time. We're going to go to planning phase with 2 times. So let's pick up a sprint. And we also get our free cards. That was planning phase, so we're going to reset the time to 6. And we'll go into the killer phase. So killer phase, we have if the killer is still in track mode, which he is, he's going to target the final girl or closest victim and move. There's already a victim in his space. He stays there. Final Girl is a popular, highly thematic solo board game where players embody Final Girl from a slasher horror movie, battling a killer across various locations to save victims and survive the night. It's modular, using a core box with various feature film expansions, killers, locations, girls, to create unique scenarios involving card management, dice rolling, for actions like searching, attacking, running, rescuing victims for bonuses, and trying to eliminate the killer before they kill you. Let's flip a tarot card for the killer. This is kind of what I was afraid of. He gets a minor dark power. So the minor dark power, what big ears you have, is going to be when you move into or begin your turn in the big bad wolf space, lose a health, and it also gives him 2 extra health on top of his 9 health. So he's got 11 health total now, which sucks. The minor dark power goes in the purple spot up here. Best thing about a minor dark power is that when you flip it, you give it to the killer and you move on. Nobody dies. Nobody panics. We have no upkeep. We've got some tiers. Good chance we save a couple victims here. Let's start with a walk. We end up getting a convert, so we are going to pitch weak attack and short rest here to get a single success. We can move 1 space. Now, we're actually going to end up saving some victims here, so this is pretty big. We pitch 2 cards. We can move 1 space, and now this is an exit space. These green spaces are exit spaces. This is how you save victims. We can move 1 space for a time, so we spend the time. We go down to 5 time on our first walk. We save 2 victims. Now, these victims go on our final girl board. We look at Adelaide. She gets a couple different things for saving victims, so she gets 2 time back, so we could take that 2 time twice and go up to 9 time, which would be huge. Or we can reduce the horror, which I believe is what we're going to do. We're going to reduce the horror 1 time, right? I think we reduce the horror and we take 2 time. We can use our tiers to move another space. We also gain 2 time, so we're up to 7 time. We still have 2 cards in hand, I think. Did we reduce the horror? We reduced the horror, and then I think we do focus and sprint. Let's do focus. We don't have any damage cards yet, but we will. I promise. Oh, 2 tiers. So we're going to lose the 2 time we just gained. Pick up 2 tiers, and we might be able to roll all 6 dice here. The tier board is a part of series 3, I want to say. Here's what I would like to do right now, though. Let's spend our tiers. We never spend our tiers. So we have 4 tiers. We're not that far away from the killer. Actually, we're going to use 4 tiers. So 2 tiers and 2 tiers to move 2 spaces. We spend 2 tiers to move into this space, and then we spend 2 tiers to move into this space. And then we drop our sprint and we roll 2 dice. Oh no, that's horrible. No success. You still can move a space, but you have to lose a life, 2 time, and end your turn. So I think we are going to do that. Lose a life, spend a time. So we go down to 4 time, and we have to end our turn, but we still get to move 1 space. So let's move into this space with all the victims. We want to save as many victims as we can, find a weapon, and kill the killer. That is kind of the strategy for I was going to say Big Bad Wolf, but really any killer. Go into the planning phase so we can purchase action cards, and then we reset the time to 6 and return the played action cards to the tableau. The time that we have to purchase cards with is here, so we're left with 4 time. We could pick up maybe distraction, close called. Let's get a sprint and a search. We know what we want to do. We return these cards to the tableau, and we reset the time to 6, and then we go to killer phase. So if he's in slay mode, mode, target the final girl, closest victim, and move. So he's already in a space with a victim, so he is not gonna move. And then we flip a terror card. The terror card says the jaws that bite. Target the closest victim, move, increase the horror, then increase the bloodlust. Okay, so we'll go back to the location board. This is our killer. Target the closest victim. He's in the space with the victim. He doesn't need to move. So this means increase the horror and the bloodlust. So we'll do bloodlust first. No, let's do the horror first. So the horror is here. Next, we're going to increase our bloodlust. So this is the bloodlust symbol. So as this goes up, he's going to move and attack for more. So this tarot card said to increase the horror, then increase the bloodlust. And we're going to ignore this part because he is not in track mode. Scarier. So we're going to increase the bloodlust here. That's going to reveal a dark power. Destructive roar. Killer is entering slay mode, as you can see down here on the little skull icon. So anything on a tarot card that refers to purple, we're going to be doing the purple where he attacks now. When revealed, end once during each upkeep phase. Remove from the game the top item card of the closest item deck to the big bad wolf. That is not good because we need to find a weapon. Panic phase, nobody died. Once during each upkeep phase, remove from the game the top item card or of the closest item deck to the nearest to the big bad wolf. So I would say big bad wolf is nearest the ball pit, and then we have the ball pit here. So we're going to remove the top item from the ball pit. We did the upkeep phase. We are going to go back to the action phase so we can search. We are in a searchable space here. This is the food area, the dining area. So we're going to search the dining area before he starts to get closer. Let's do a search. All right, we get a damn. So we roll, we get a tier and a convert. We are gonna have to convert this, so we need to pitch our walk and focus to get a single success. Okay, so we have just pitched 2 cards, and on a single success we take the top item card at our space and we lose a time. So we go down to 5 time. Again, we're at the dining area. I was about to say ball pit. Let's look at this extension cord that we got. So so we have a 0 to 1 range with an asterisk there, meaning we can probably throw it further. It does 1 extra damage. Did I take this from the ball pit? I thought I took it from the dining area. Okay, we're not getting an extension. A birthday cake instead, which is not a weapon. Not good. So we get the birthday cake. It's got 2 uses. It says you may use this to ignore increase of horror during the killer phase. Good shot. We will use that. We're gonna keep the flashlight in hand and we keep the birthday cake. I probably did take that from the ball pit. Sprinting, I mean, I feel safe. Honestly, I feel safe with the flash camera. Let's roll some dice. We get a single success. We can move 2 spaces. Let's get some victims closer to an exit space. There's only 1 item left. Dining area. So I think it's best if we just bring 2 victims like that. Again, now we can stop him from coming into our space with our flash camera. So this is going to be big. We're down to 4 time. We go into planning. We have no cards left, okay? We need to buy something. It's got to be sprint. And I want to take another search. I mean, is that dumb? I mean, we are getting weak attack. We don't have any weapons yet. I want to take sprint and search until we get weapons. We also get weak attack, short rest, focus, and walk. So we reset the time to 6. We do killer phase. So again, he's in kill mode or slay mode, whatever it is. So if he's in slay mode, he's going to target the final girl, closest victim, and attack. So we'll look at our location board. He's going to target the final girl, closest victim, and attack. So he kills a victim, and then the bloodlust goes up 1. So he's now moving for 3 and attacking for 2. We'll flip a terror card. On the last jaws that bite, we did the slay mode, and on this one we're doing target the closest victim, move, and attack. So it is going to be our space. So we've got it figured out. So he's going to now target the closest victim. Now what we're going to do is use our flash camera here. So flash camera might be OP this game. So the closest victim is going to be our space, and he's going to want to come into our space because there's 2 victims in our space, right? So what we're going to do is use our situational flash camera, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Check this out. Use when an enemy would move into your space to instead make it stop in an adjacent space. So boom, use our flash camera to scare him away. So he's gonna stay there and he's not gonna attack or do anything. So we picked up flash camera, we talk shit on it, all of a sudden it's helping us. Very good. That's gonna end the killer phase. We do have panic phase, but nobody died, nobody in that space, so no one will panic. Now we do upkeep, we can rearrange our items. So next time he increases the horror, remind me that I have birthday cake. If we get one more use of the flash camera, then we'll pick up a blue. Let's do a walk. A double success on the walk. You love to see that. Do we think that birthday cake looks nice? I'm on the fence. All right, let's hold this up. Scale of 1 to 10. So does the birthday cake look like a good birthday. I mean, the thickness compared to the circumference is absolutely absurd. They did a good job on the writing. That allows us to move up to 2 spaces for a time. So we're going to spend a time and go down to 5. And we're going to save 2 victims here. 1, we save 2 victims. We get them on the exit space. So let's go back to Adelaide's card and we're going to put our victims on there. 1, we're going to reduce the horror. We're going to gain 2 time. We moved 1 and we still have a space to move. So I think if we start to go this way to the ball pit and then we drop a search, right? So we can pick up that extension cord that we cheated and saw. Okay, so we get a tier and a 4. So the 4 means we can convert. So we are going to pitch weak attack and a short rest. To take the top item card at our space, we already know what it is. Okay, so technically the extension cord would have got X-Nade, right? Because he's closest. So we take this item. Actually, this is huge. I use this. Oh my God, this is huge. The claw machine token. Discard while in an arcade space to look through the unused item cards and take an item of your choice. So we are going to do that when we get into a arcade space, right? I say do we want to try to get to an arcade space? Like, it's 2 spaces away. We have a sprint. Let's just do our sprint. Oh, that really hurts. Yeah, that hurts. We're gonna move 1 space. Unfortunately, we have to lose a life, 2 time, and end the turn. So we're at 5 time, we go into planning phase. We have 5 time to spend on cards, a good choice. So we spend 3 time on distraction. We're also getting the free cards walk and focus, and then we have 2 time left to spend. Let's pick up a sprint for our last 2 time. We reset the time to 6. We return these cards to the tableau. If we're in slay mode, we're going to target the final girl, closest victim, move and attack. Targeting the final girl or closest victim, these spaces are not connected. This victim being 1 space away, I believe he's going to move there and attack. Kills another victim. Bloodlust goes up here. We panic adjacent victims. An adjacent victim would technically be this guy. We got a 6. Why can't we get a 6 when we need a fucking 6? Like, what's going on here? A 6 means he panics onto the exit space, which is actually kind of helpful. Okay, next thing we're doing is flipping a terror card. We have solitary danger. Target the final girl, move twice, and attack. Now, this specifically targets just the final girl. He moves for 3, so he's going to move for a total of 6 here. We are going to use our flash camera again. I'm pretty excited about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, gonna move for 6, so he's gonna go 1, and then we're gonna use our flash camera to stop him. If we stop him on the first, if he can reach us in the first movement, and we stop him with our camera, does that mean he still comes in our space with that second movement, and he still attacks? He has a move twice on the card, right? So if we stop him once, we can't stop him again. So he is going to move into our space and attack us for 2. So he attacks for 2. Nothing we can do about it. I think we just take 2 damage here. We lose 2 health. He's targeting us, so we have to take the 2 damage, and it says if the killer is not in the same space as you, the killer recovers 2 health. So he is in the same space as us, so he does not recover that health. That's going to be the end of the killer phase. A victim did die this turn, so we have to panic the victim that's in our space. He rolled a 6, so he's going to move into that space. Okay, so he panics there, and then for upkeep, we're going to remove an item from the ball pit, but we do a focus. Okay, so we get a convert here. We can pitch walk focus to decrease the horror by 1 and lose a time. So horror goes to 2. We drop our distraction. We get a double success on the distraction. I love it. That decreases the horror by 2, and we gain 2 time back. So we go up to 7 time, and the horror is maxed in the green. That's what we love to see. So let's do a sprint and possibly use our claw machine token finally. We get a double success on the sprint, so we are allowed to move 3 spaces here. So we are going to use our claw machine token. So we're going to leave the killer space. We're going to go 1. We're going to bring a victim with us, 2. And then do we want to go 3? I think we need to be in a purple space. I mean, the guy moves for a lot. Let's just move over here. We're going to discard our claw machine token. Discard while in a purple space to look through all the unused item cards. Security bot. This looks cool as shit already. Security bot. Place the bot token in your space. When you gain movement effects, you may use them to move the bot instead. Up to 2 victims may follow the bot, and victims in an exit space with the bot can be saved. So we have like an arcade bot that saves victims for us. We have food tray. This is a shield. It ignores a damage 4 times. That's huge. Fire axe is definitely my choice, but there's also a energy drink, fire axe, food tray, or security bot. I think it's got to be the fire axe, the 2-handed fire axe. We're out of cards. Go to the planning phase with 7. Did we not spend the time to move? We're probably not, so we have 6. Let's take a Furious Strike for 4 and a guard for 2. We take Furious Strike and guard for 6. All right, we reset the time to 6. We get our free cards back. Turn these cards to the tableau. I mean, this is our shot. We should have taken a close call as well. Let's see. Oh my god, we can only move 1 space here. We're gonna move 1 space. We're gonna move to the prize counter space. I'm pretty sure we had some tiers left, so we're going to use 2 tiers to move 1 space and save 2 more victims. So that decreases the horror by 1, gives us the time back, gives us a move a space. We're doing a lot of cheating here. We unlock our ultimate and we take up the 6 cost worth of action cards into our hand. Decrease the horror, but it's already maxed out, so we gained a time for that, so we back up to 6. Take 6. We take critical blow for free from our ultimate. We're not going to recover all health, are we? Because we can actually just spend 5 time on long rest and take a close call. Let's do killer phase. So slay mode. Target the final girl closest victim and attack. Nobody in his space, so we flip a terror card. Dude, no fucking way. What big teeth you have. If the big bad wolf attacks you and you prevent all of the damage, you lose a life. Upkeep phase. He did not move. So again, there's no items at the ball pit. Can we get to this guy, man? We might just be holding cards for no reason. We're gonna do long rest here. A double success on the long rest allows us to heal for 4. That's huge, buddy, for a time. So we're back up to full. That's why I'm glad I didn't take the full health. So let's walk here. So we get a single success and a convert. We are going to pitch 2 focuses here to get that double success so we can move 2 spaces, get us closer to the guy, right? We're ready. We have an axe. We're going to fuck him up with it. So what's the fastest way to him? It's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about the same. So let's go for a time. And then we're going to stop there and we're going to go to planning with 5. I think we take retaliate close call. Let's do killer face. Damn, he's got a lot of dark powers. When you move into or begin your turn in the big bad wolf's space, lose a health. So we should have lost a health actually, and we should have been rolling more dice. If the big bad wolf attacks you and you prevent all of the damage, you lose a health. Okay, all right, let's see what's he gonna do. He's gonna target us and attack. Nobody in this space, so we flip a terror card immediately, right? How did they sneak in? Roll 3 dice and place 1 victim for each die result as follows. Okay, let's roll this. A 4, 5, 6. So a dining area and 2 in the party room here, and then 2 in the party room. Oh, I put 2 in the dining area. 1 in the dining area, 2 in the party room, and then it says to flip an event. So we're gonna do an event now. Party time. Move all victims 1 space closer to the party room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that wasn't terrible, right? That wasn't the worst event. Well, we've panicked. No panic, right? No upkeep. There's no items near the ball pit, so, and he seems to want to hang out there, so we're gonna walk. We get a single success on a walk. We could pitch 1 of our close calls and our short rest to move into his space, and I think that's worth, right? We spend the time, we pitch 2 cards, we move into the killer space. Now, minor dark power is going to trip here, so it says if the big bad wolf, or when you move into or begin your turn in the big bad wolf's health space, lose a health. So go down to health here. Let's hit him with the critical blow. Oh my god, so unlucky, dude. A tier and 2 converts. I feel like we have to convert this. We have to pitch a weak attack and a close call to get a single success and do 3 damage. God damn, boy. That still ends our turn, dude. But we reduce the horror and gain a time. All right, so 2 damage. When attacking a minion, it's 2 damage instead. So we do 3 damage here, which isn't terrible. Let's do this one. Well, at least we got rid of 1 of his minor dark powers and half of his other one, right? So if we retaliate here, we might take a damage. It's fine. So we go to planning, we pick up a guard, and then we go 4 time to really just like mess around with. We could take like an improvise. That's kind of crazy that we can take that. Let's take that. And then there's just nothing else to buy. So let's waste the other time. Or maybe a planning is better to not waste the time. Let's take the planning. All right, so we've got some good cards at our disposal. Next killer phase. So he is going to attack us right off jump. He's attacking for 2. We retaliate this. A double success on the retaliate. Let's just try doing it in the order of the cards. So first we ignore all the damage from the attack. And it says if the big bad wolf attacks you and you prevented all the damage, you lose a health. So we lose a health first, and then we do 2 damage back. That gets rid of another minor dark power. We flip a terror card. Whoa, 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 whoa. 2 damage back. It's 3, right? Because we have that act. We're doing it the right way. Thank you. Grandma, is that you? For each victim in the same space or adjacent to the big bad wolf, increase the horror. All right, that's none. Let's do planning. Okay, so plus 2 dice for the next horror roll is probably fine. We could pitch 2 focuses to get 3. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's pitch 2 focuses. Get plus 3 dice for our next horror roll. So this is going to be the first time I think I've ever rolled 6 dice. So we do a planning, we get a double success. We drop a Furious Strike. Furious Strike with 6 dice. 1, 2, 3 successes. That's what I'm talking about. So we do 1, 2, 3 damage. Yeah, we're at 7 time, and we're gonna do 3 more damage to the big bad wolf. So yeah, like I said, pretty comfortable with the cards that are in hand. We're gonna stop there. We're gonna go to planning. We're gonna pick up a critical blow and a close call. Killer phase. He's going to immediately attack us for 2. So let's guard this. Okay, we get a single success and a convert. We can pitch a walk and a short rest here to ignore all of the damage. We flip our next tarot card. Now, we are very close to getting this finale revealed here. Let's see what happens. We have the claws that scratch. Target the final girl closest victim and attack. All right, there's a lot of writing on that, so he just attacks for 2, which isn't terrible. We guard this. Yeah, we guard this. We pick up retaliate next turn and we kill him. 3 converts is not good. We can pitch walk, close call for a single success, reduce damage from the attack by 2. That means we take none. We survive another killer phase. Now all we have is weak attack and critical blow. I think this is it, guys. I think we kill him here. We want to do our critical blow first or weak attack. Probably weak attack as a single success doesn't end our turn, and it does 2 damage, so that'll get him down. Let's do it. Weak attack. Okay, single success. Like I said, we lose a health, but we do 2 damage to him. Come on, we need this critical blow. We need this. Fuck! We can't lose 2 life. We'll do the order of the card. Let's do the order of the card. This is crazy. We're both on 2 health, right? Like, what happens here? Dude, we rolled a critical blow with no successes. First, we do 2 damage to the killer. All right, I just want to be very clear on what's happening here. We did a critical blow. We got no successes. So the first thing we do is 2 damage. We have to lose 2 health too, and we only have 2 health left. So we're going to do 2 damage to the killer first. Okay, he dies. Okay, then that is as simple as that. We won, right? I mean, even if it means your death, like, we're not losing final girls that way. That's the canon. That's the way it goes. We just killed the big bad wolf. But hold on, this is what I mean, though. This is what I'm saying. Like, we're playing hardcore. If a final girl dies, to me, she's done. We can't use her anymore. So this is what I'm trying to ask, is like, we kill the final girl. I understand that we win the game, but should Adelaide still be able to be playable? Because she dies here. She does 2 damage. She loses 2 health. Let's see. Oh, that's what I'm fucking talking about, boys. She fucking survives. Yo, that's fucking crazy. You get 3 health back. Adelaide is still alive. Check the rules, but there's no rule on like final girl hardcore. Like, I'm making it up, like the way I like to play, because I think there's too many final girls, to be honest. So I just play like if one dies, she dies for good. Don't forget to join the Discord community. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe.